Hello everyone, once again welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Umesh Prajapati and today I am going to configure SD1 load balancing in Fortigate Firewall, right? So in this video I will show you step by step configuration, but before that I will request you please like, share and subscribe my channel so that I can make more video for you, right? And I would like to share with you one more thing, right? I'm making this video those who are fresher and wants to understand how SD1 load balancing will configure in Fortigate Firewall. So this video is going to be helpful for them, right? So let's get started without any further delay. So first I will introduce you about this topology. As you can see that there is only simple topology, right, which I have designed. So I have designed for those who are fresher, right, and wants to understand how SD1 will configure in Fortigate Firewall. So यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि मैंने एक सिंगल Fortigate Firewall लिया है, राइट, और यहाँ पे एक L3 स्विच है, यहाँ पे मैंने VLANs एंड VLANs कॉन्फ़िगरेशन किया है एंड ट्रैकिंग कॉन्फ़िगर किया है इस इंटरफेस पे, राइट। एंड इस Fortigate फायरवॉल पे मैंने SBI आई मीन इंटर VLAN राउटिंग कॉन्फ़िगर किया है एंड देन on ISP router I have created a default route towards internet, right. This is my internet router and this is the ISP, right. So in my case there is only a single ISP because I don't have too much RAM, right. So hardware configuration of my laptop, that's why I have taken only a single ISP, right. And but for that I have taken two switch, right, for connectivity, right. As you can see that here I have taken Airtel and here is TCL. This is the ISP, right, which I have assumed, right. So for the configuration, so and on ISP router I have configured default routes towards internet and I have configured ACL and NAT, right, for netting, right. So whatever traffic will will come via Fortigate. So ISP router will convert NAT, right. It will perform netting. So that's this private IP will go through the public domain, right. I mean जो भी यहाँ पे ट्रैफिक आएगी प्राइवेट ISP से तो ये कन्वर्ट कर देगा, राइट, ISP I mean netting, right. So यहाँ पे देख सकते हो मैंने यहाँ पे एक PC लिया है, बट मैंने PC नहीं लिया, यहाँ पे मैंने एक राउटर लिया है, बट राउटर को एज ए एक्ट मैं PC एक्ट करवाऊंगा, राइट। एंड यहाँ पे एक मेरा ब्राउजर है, राइट, जो मैंने यहाँ पे कोई भी साइट एक्सेस करूँगा जब मैं इस Fortigate फायरवॉल पे SD1 और पॉलिसी क्रिएट करूँगा, तो यहाँ पे मैं दिखाऊंगा आपको कैसे यहाँ पे मैं इस ब्राउजर के थ्रू एक्सेस करूँगा, लाइक फेसबुक हो गया, यूट्यूब हो गया एंड लिंक्डइन हो गया, एनी ऑफ द साइट्स आई कैन एक्सेस फ्रॉम दिस ब्राउजर, राइट। सो फर्स्ट I will show you the GUI of Fortigate Firewall. Let me show you the screen of Fortigate Firewall. So this is the management IP of Fortigate Firewall. Username is admin, password is 123, right. This is the very non-secure password. So what I configured up to here, let me show you first of all interfaces, right. So as you can see that this is my interfaces. I mean this interface is up. So आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो कि मैंने ये दो मेरे पोर्ट है, राइट, पोर्ट 1 and port which is facing the public domain, right. I mean ISP domain. This both interface port 1 and port 2 is connected to ISP, right. So, and this interface is the LAN interface which I have configured SBI on this interface, right? This is the VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, right? This is the IP. This IP address will be gateway of for LAN domain, right? So आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो कि जो मेरा ये 10.1.1 है, ये मेरा LAN के जितने जो PC रहेगा वो मेरा क्या होगा, गेटवे होगा, राइट? सो यहाँ पे मैंने एक SBI क्रिएट किया है, राइट? सो ये मेरे जो मैंने एक IP पूल लिया है, राइट? 192.168.99.2 and this is the subnet mask, right? So one more thing, I have never configured anything. So let me show you. So far I didn't configure any policies, any default route, right? So let me show you default route toward the ISP. This is static route, right? So as you can see that there is no default route. So first I will, so पहले मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि मैं एक दो डिफॉल्ट रूट क्रिएट करूंगा टुवर्ड्स ISP, बट ओनली ए सिंगल स्टैटिक रूट वर्क करेगा ओनली वन टाइम में, राइट? सपोज कर लीजिए आपका, लेट मी शो यू। तो पहले मैं आपको बताऊंगा एक सिंपल टोपोलॉजी के थ्रू। अगर पहले मैं एक स्टैटिक रूट दूंगा टुवर्ड्स एयरटेल का, राइट? तो ये जो आईपी होगा 192.168.99.1, सो ये मेरा गेटवे होगा इस पोर्ट 1 के लिए, राइट? ISP 1 के लिए एंड ISP 2 के लिए दिस इज द TCL, राइट? सो 192.168.98.1 विल बी गेटवे फॉर TCL, राइट? पोर्ट 2 आई मीन, राइट? सो अगर मैं यहाँ पे एक डिफॉल्ट रूट क्रिएट करता हूँ, राइट? सो यहाँ पे एक डिफॉल्ट रूट इसके तरफ दे देता हूँ, एक डिफॉल्ट रूट इसके तरफ दे देता हूँ, राइट? So for distance, so distance will be there, right? तो यहाँ पे चलो पहले कॉन्फ़िगर करके देख सकते हैं, देखते हैं कि मेरा डिफॉल्ट रूट काम करता है कि नहीं। अगर वन टाइम पे लेट मी एक्सप्लेन वन मोर थिंग। अगर ये मेरा लिंक डाउन हो जाता है, if this link will be goes down, then traffic will not move through this link. So for that, I will configure SD1 load balancing in Fortigate Firewall. So first I am going to configure a default route in Fortigate Firewall, right? So after that, I will configure a policy for separate ISP, right? तो मैं पहले डिफॉल्ट रूट क्रिएट करता हूँ टुवर्ड्स ISP, राइट? डिफॉल्ट गेटवे होगा 192.168.99.1, port is going to be 1, right? Distance, administrative distance I'm going to provide 10, right? For and priority I'm going to configure like 1, right? So and I'm going to configure one more default route towards TCL link, right? So 192.98.1, right? And port 2, and I'm going to provide priorities 2. Suppose why I'm going to configure a priority 2, because if primary link goes down, then this traffic will move through TCL link, right? But it doesn't works, right? So I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you, right? So now I'm going to configure policies. So VLAN 10, right? So which is VLAN 10, right? I mean, you can provide anything name as per record your organization, but I'm going to configure VLAN 10, right? For internet, right? Incoming interface will be port 3, right? VLAN 10. Outgoing interface will be port 1, right? And source I'm going to have all, and destination I'm going to have all, and services I'm going to also have all. So right, and session will be all session, log allowed will be all session, right? So as you can see that I have created one policy for the Airtel link, right? So I'm going to configure one more policy, VLAN 10, VLAN 20, right? Internet. And port is going to 20, incoming interface out going to be port 2, right? Source I'm going to have all, and destination I'm going to call, services I'm going to have all, right? And our system, then okay. So as you can see that a two policy has been created on the firewall, right? So let's check whether I'm able to ping 8.8 or not for outside domain. So I'm going to have console. So I'm ping 8.8.8.8. As you can see that ping is successful, right? So I'm going to open this device also. So first I'm going to configure IP address on this browser, right? I mean PC. So I think you will not be able to see ping successful. As you can see that ping is successful, right? So I'm going to show you the one more thing. I have taken console of browser. So go to network and configure IP address, right? So I'm going to configure IP address 10.1.2.2, right? So gateway will be 10.1.2.1, right? So no, gateway will be 10.1.2.1, right? I'm going to apply. So let me see whether I'm able to ping google.com or not. I mean ping 8.8 or not. So ping 8.8.8. So as you can see that ping is now ping is not successful. So I'm going to check one more thing. The config. Let me check one more thing. I get this net assign 2.02 10.1.2.1 8.8.8 apply, right? In 8.8.8. Still I'm not able to ping. Let me check one more thing, one more time. Network still I'm not able to configure. Why? 10.1.2.2. As you can see that ping is not successful. So let me try troubleshoot, right? First I am pinging to this gateway ping 10.1.2.1. Yeah, it's pinging. So let me check on the firewall what's happening. Right, admin 1 2 3. As you can see that there is no traffic is getting on this policy, right? So that's why I am going to configure SD-WAN, right? So only at a time only it is taking one default route. So now I am going to delete all the policies and default route, and I will configure SD-WAN policies, right? SD-WAN rule in Fortigate Firewall. So इसे पता चल रहा है कि ओनली वन टाइम में एक ही सिंगल डिफॉल्ट रूट काम करेगा, राइट? सो यहाँ पे अभी काम कर रहा है ओनली एयरटेल लिंक के लिए, राइट? सो एज यू कैन सी दैट, सो अगर ट्रैफिक आ रही है इस VLAN 10 से, तो ये ट्रैफिक जा रही है वाया एयरटेल के, राइट? So if this PC, this browser is generating, suppose there is one user is generating, is going to towards internet, so this policy is not going to work. So यहाँ पे ये पॉलिसी काम नहीं कर रही है, राइट? जो हमने VLAN 10 के लिए VLAN 20 के लिए कॉन्फ़िगर किया था एक डिफॉल्ट रूट and for gateway ये दिया था, right? And one policy which I have configured for this VLAN, right? VLAN 20. So that policy is not working. So it seems I have to configure. It seems two default routes will not work on Fortinet Firewall, right? So for that I am going to configure SD-WAN load balancing, right? So आप उससे देख सकते हैं कि अगर ये वाला लिंक डाउन चला जाता है तो ट्रैफिक इससे मूव हो जाएगी, राइट? अगर सपोज कर लो ये वाला लिंक अगर डाउन चला जाता है तो ट्रैफिक विल मूव थ्रू दिस लिंक, राइट? सो आई मीन 50-50 ट्रैफिक विल लोड बैलेंस, राइट? बट इन माय केस इट विल load balance 50-50 traffic. I mean 50% traffic will go through this link and 50% traffic will go through this link, right? So अगर ये लिंक डाउन भी चला जाता है तो ट्रैफिक विल मूव थ्रू इस दोनों VLAN 20 का VLAN 10 का ट्रैफिक मूव हो जाएगा थ्रू दिस लिंक, राइट? अगर ये वाला लिंक डाउन चला जाता है तो ट्रैफिक विल मूव थ्रू हो जाएगी एयरटेल की लिंक, राइट? So for so that's I am going to configure SD-WAN load balancing, right? So let me delete default route which I have configured earlier. So both default doesn't work at a time, at the same time, right? Only one default route is working. So that's why VLAN 20 is not able to ping 8.8.8. I mean Google DNS, right? So I'm going to delete this default route, both default route, right? तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कोई डिफॉल्ट रूट नहीं है, राइट? सो एंड कोई पॉलिसीज कॉन्फ़िगर नहीं है. So whatever policy I have configured, I have deleted that one, right? So now I am going to configure SD-WAN load balancing, right? This is the most interesting things, right? So for SD-WAN configuration, you have to go in network setting, right? There is 3 options, right? SD-WAN rules, performance, SLA, right? So यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि हमारे पास 2 लिंक है, राइट? 2 port 1 and port 2. Port 1 is a Airtel link, port 2 is a TCL link. So I am going to configure SD-WAN. So उन दोनों इंटरफेस को मैं SD-WAN इंटरफेस का मेंबर बना दूंगा, राइट? तो यहाँ पे मैं क्रिएट करने जा रहा हूँ port 1, राइट? So gateway I am going to configure 192.168.99.1, right? This is the Airtel gateway, right? So cost I'm going to have 0 only, so it will be enabled, then okay. So as you can see that one interface has been membered of SD-WAN interface, right? So I'm going to configure one more interface, port 2, right, which is facing towards TCL link, right? 192.168.98.1, right? 98.1. ओके। तो आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो कि दोनों इंटरफेस SD1 का SD1 का मेंबर हो गए, राइट, SD1 इंटरफेस का। देन आई एम गोइंग टू कॉन्फ़िगर, देन अप्लाई, राइट। सो यहाँ पे मैं जाऊँगा SD1 रूल्स में, देन आई एम गोइंग टू क्रिएट वन रूल। सो आई एम गोइंग टू क्रिएट SD1, right, link, right. So source I am going to have all. You can have as per your organization. I am going to leave user group, right. I am going to leave user group. So address will be all, destination address will be all, right. And best interface reference port 1 and port 2, right. So I am going to have all, right. Member major DSLA, default Google search, right. So as you can have as per your organization, and quality criteria I am going to have packet loss, right. अगर packet loss हो जाता है तो SD1 member इसको क्या करेगा, ट्रेस करेगा, राइट, कि पैकेट लॉस हो रहा है, राइट. सो देन ओके, as you can see that SD1 link मैंने कॉन्फ़िगर कर दिया है, SD1 rules and performance. So I'm going to create performance, SD1 performance. You can use as per your organization. You can have name as per your organization, right. I am going to protocol ping, right. Server I am going to 8.8.8, right, which is Google DNS. तो आप अपने अकॉर्डिंग भी रख सकते हैं 8.8.4.4, right. You can more thing, right. So and I am going to leave everything all, right. So then okay. So packet loss. So जब भी पैकेट लॉस होगा तो यहाँ पे आपको शो करेगा, राइट. सो जैसे ही मैंने इस SD1 का इंटरफेस कॉन्फ़िगर कर दिया, आप इंटरफेसेस में जाओगे ना तो वहाँ पे आपको दिखेगा, राइट. देखिए यहाँ पे आप इस इंटरफेस पे गए तो यहाँ पे दो इंटरफेस जो पोर्ट 1 एंड पोर्ट 2 है, SD1 का मेंबर बन गया, राइट. ये दोनों पोर्ट 1, राइट. सो हमें एक पॉलिसी क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा, राइट. पॉलिसी एक एयरटेल के लिए, एक TCL के लिए. तो फर्स्ट आई एम गोइंग टू कॉन्फ़िगर IPv4 policy, then I'm going to configure, right. So before that I'm going to create a default route, right. So for SD1 interface, so you have to must create that thing, right. So for a static route, then create, then default gateway I'm going to have all, gateway will be interface will be SD1, right. As you can see that then okay. So let me check. So let me configure a static route. So I'm going to configure a static route. Go to network. Then there is a one option, static route. So create default route, right. So I'm going to have gateway .0.0, then SD1. Okay. So as you can see that I'm getting invalid. So for that, first I'm going to check SD1 configuration. So as you can see, this option is disabled. So I'm going to enable this option, then apply, right. So I'm going to have volume, right, then apply. So now I'm going to configure static route. So it should be successful now. So as you can see, this option has been green, right. So I have created a default route towards SD1 interface. Now I am going to configure policy, right, IPv4 policies. So I am going to create for VLAN 20, right. So VLAN 20 SD1, right, Airtel. So port I am going to have VLAN 10, right. and outgoing interface I'm going to provide SD1. Source I'm going to have all, but in your course, in case it could be anything, right? You can deploy as per your organization requirement, but in my case, I am going to have all because I am doing lab, right? So all session, then okay. So now I'm going to one more policy. I'm going to configure one more policy, VLAN 20, right? VLAN 20, then SD1, then then TCL, right? Then but traffic will move through both link, right? If any link will be down, right? So I'm going to incoming interface, I'm going to provide VLAN 20, and outgoing interface, I'm going to provide outgoing interface, I'm going to provide SD1 because this both interface, we have port 1 and port 2 is the member of SD1. That's why I'm going to have outgoing interface SD1, right? So source, I'm going to have all, destination, I'm going to have all, also, right? Services, I'm going to have all, then all session, then okay, right? So as you can see that uh, two policy has been configured, and third policy is implicitly deny, which is by default in Fortigate Firewall, right? So now I am going to check whether I am able to ping Google I mean 8.8 or not. So for both VLAN 20 and VLAN 10, right, which belongs to a LAN environment, right? So now I am going to check, right? As you can see that this is the my LAN department, right? VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. This is you can assume this is the application department, and this is the database department, or you can say production department. But you can give the name as per your organization requirement, right? So now I'm going to ping from this PC. I mean, this is the router as acting as a PC, right? And this is the also browser, right? So let me check that I'm able to ping 8.8.8 or not. So as you can see that I'm going to ping 8.8.8.8. So as you can see that traffic is going, right? So let me show you from this VLAN 20. So at this time, earlier I was not able to ping 8.8.8 not, but at this time I'm going to check whether I'm able to ping 8.8.8 or not, right? So I'm going to ping 8.8.8. So 8.8.8, which is Google DNS, right? So as you can see that ping is successful at this time. So let me tell you one more thing. At this time, traffic is moving both links, right? I mean, 50-50 is being load balancing, right? So 50% traffic is moved through this link, right? 50% traffic is moving through this link, and 50% traffic is moving through this link, right? Because we have configured SD1 load balancing, right? That's why Fortigate Firewall is doing load balancing, right? So let me show you on the firewall whether it is showing or not, right? 50% load balancing or not. So go to SD1 load, go to network and check the SD1, right? So as you can see that 50% traffic is moving, right? So port 1 is, as you can see that port 1 is traffic is moving kbps, right? This right, 119.4.kbps. As you can see, traffic is moving through this link, right? Both link, port 1 and port 2 is the member of SD1, right? So I'm going to show you one more thing. So as you can see that it is showing down. Let me ping one more time. So I'm going to repeat. I'm going to have repeat thing, right? सो मैं यहाँ पे आपको दिखाऊंगा कि रिपीट पिंग करके 1000 पैकेट, राइट, 10,000 आई मीन रिपीट पिंग 8.8.8.8 रिपीट 10,000। सो अगर प्राइमरी लिंक गोज डाउन, अगर एयरटेल लिंक डाउन हो जाता तो भी ट्रैफिक मूव होगी थ्रू TCL link, right? Because we have configured the SD1 load balancing in Fortigate Firewall. So अभी मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ ट्रैफिक डाउन करके। अभी पहले यहाँ पे आपको दिखा देता हूँ मैंने। So अभी आपको दिखेगा जब लिंक अगर पैकेट यहाँ पे अगर कोई पैकेट डाउन जाता है, राइट? So first I'm going to down the interface of Airtel link, right? So I'm going to open the ISP routers, right? So IP interface today. So this is the interface which is facing the Airtel, right? This and this interface facing the TCL link, right? So I am going to down this link, right? So if this link goes down, will be down, then traffic will move through this link, right? TCL link. तो अभी आप देख सकते हो कि यहाँ पे हमारे ट्रैफिक अभी मूव हो रहा है कंटिन्यूअसली। तो मैं अभी डाउन करने जा रहा हूँ इंटरफेस, राइट? कॉन्फ़िगर टर्मिनल इंटरफेस Fortinet 2x0 शट डाउन, राइट? तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो विदिन थ्रू 3 या 2 पैकेट आई मीन डिलीट वो ड्रॉप होंगे, बट ट्रैफिक विल आप देख सकते हो ट्रैफिक मूव हो रही है थ्रू TCL लिंक, राइट? सो अगर मैं आपको ट्रेस रूट करके दिखाऊं, ट्रेस रूट 8.8.8.8, सो आप देख सकते हो ट्रैफिक मूव हो रही है थ्रू TCL लिंक, राइट? जो कि मेरा ये गेटवे है, राइट? ये मेरा गेटवे है, राइट? दिस इज द माय गेटवे। तो आप देख सकते हो कि SD1 कैसे काम करता है। अगर मैं आपको दिखाऊं अभी फायरवॉल पे, लेट मी शो यू द फायरवॉल, राइट? आप देख सकते हो कि पोर्ट 1 इज डाउन, सो ऑल ट्रैफिक विल मूव थ्रू दिस लिंक, राइट? आप देख सकते हो कि इस टाइम पे जो हमारी लोड बैलेंस 100% TCL लिंक के थ्रू ट्रैफिक जा रही है, बिकॉज हमने डाउन कर दिया है एयरटेल लिंक को, राइट? So now I am going to up। तो यहाँ पे आपको डेटा भी दिखेगा जब लिंक डाउन होगा, बट इन माय केस इट इज नॉट शोइंग, बट यहाँ पे आपको दिखेगा जब भी कोई पैकेट लॉस या लेटेंसी आपने कॉन्फ़िगर किया ड्रॉप हो रहा तो यहाँ पे आपको दिखाएगा, राइट? सो पॉलिसी एंड ऑब्जेक्ट, so let me go the topology। so I am going to up this link, right? More shut down। तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि मैंने इस इंटरफेस को अप कर दिया है। सो आई इंटरफेस brief interface is up, right? So let's move one more time on the firewall and go to network and go to SD1। तो आप देख सकते हो कि अभी 14% ट्रैफिक मूव हुई है थ्रू एयरटेल लिंक, राइट? एंड 86% ट्रैफिक मूव थ्रू हो रही है एयरटेल TCL लिंक, राइट? तो as you can see that all the traffic is moving। अगर मैं आपको TCL लिंक अब थ्रू डाउन करके दिखाता हूँ आपको, लेट मी let me down the TCL link. Right, आप देख सकते हो कि so I can interface brief. Right, your configure terminal interface. इस बार मैं TCL लिंक को डाउन कर रहा हूँ, राइट, तो शट डाउन। तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो ट्रैफिक ब्लॉक भी नहीं होगी और ट्रैफिक विल मूव थ्रू द एयरटेल लिंक, राइट। So as you can see that all the traffic is moving through the TCL link, right? As soon as I have did it right, so let me show you the policies. As you can see that traffic is moving through the both link, right? So configure terminal interface internet 3x0 no shutdown, right? Interface brief, all the interfaces up. So as you can see that the traffic is moving through the both link, right? So let me recall the all things which I have configured on the FortiGate firewall and all the steps. I mean ISP router as well. So यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया है इस राउटर पे, तो शो IP इंटरफेस ग्रिप, तो यहाँ पे शो एक्सेस लिस्ट मैंने एक सिंपल ACL बनाई है, राइट है। एज यू कैन सी दैट 1049 पैकेट मैच हुए, राइट, तो IP नेट ट्रांसलेशन। So as you can see that I have enabled the NAT as well, right, which it translate private IP into the public IP address. If private IP address will be not translated, then traffic will not communicate via the outside world, right? So as you can see that all the traffic is moving, right? So running configuration. So as you can see that here I have net IP net outside, IP net inside. So as you can see that so run section access list type. तो यहाँ पे मैंने एक एक्सेस लिस्ट क्रिएट किया, सो रन सेक्शन IP नेट, राइट। तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि मैंने एक नेटिंग कॉन्फ़िगर किया है, राइट। सो अभी यू कैन सी दैट ऑल द ट्रैफिक इज मूविंग, राइट। सो यहाँ पे मैंने आपको दिखाई दिया कि यहाँ पे मैंने फायरवॉल SD1 लोड बैलेंसिंग कॉन्फ़िगर किया, राइट। दिस इज द एयरटेल लिंक, then this is the TCL links, because मेरे पास I don't have too much RAM, that's why I have taken only simple topologies, right? So if you have understood, so I would like to request you, if you have understood anything from this video, please like and share, subscribe my channel so that I can improve my technical skills. So thank you for watching this video till the end, right? Thank you.